Welcome to my channel. In my today's video, I will discuss about law of equimarginal utility. Before going ahead, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my video and press bell icon for latest updates and my upcoming videos. Okay. So I also upload different types of videos like educational videos, then Rangoli Mehndi, paintings, and also poetry, story, songs, educational video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to them. We also conduct online classes for SSC, FYJC and HSC students. Interested candidates can contact through comment section. Okay, so let's start with the video. So in this video we will discuss about law of equimarginal utility. So law of equimarginal utility is an extension to law of diminishing marginal utility. Okay. It explains when the consumer achieves equilibrium, when he spends his income on various goods like for example tea, rice, clothes, etc., so as to get maximum satisfaction. So when the consumer will spend his income on various goods so as to achieve maximum satisfaction, the consumer will be in equilibrium, and this situation is called as law of equimarginal utility. Okay, so assumptions of law of equimarginal utility are similar to the assumptions of law of diminishing marginal utility, which I have discussed earlier in previous video. So I will skip that part. I'll directly move to statement of the law or the schedule of law of equimarginal utility. So statement of the law, in that, according to Professor Alfred Marshall's, other thing being equal, a consumer will distribute his income or money, whatever income he gets, on different goods like tea, coffee, clothes, etc., in such a way that ratio of marginal utility derived by him and price that the consumer spends is equal. Okay, we'll understand this in more detail with the help of the schedule given below. Okay, let's see. So in this schedule, units of commodity are shown. Marginal utility of commodity A is shown. Ratio of marginal utility to price is shown of commodity A. Marginal utility of B is shown. Ratio of marginal utility of B with price of B is shown, and marginal utility of C is shown, and ratio of price with marginal utility is shown. Okay. So in this schedule, if the consumer spends his given income on these three goods A, B, C, so consumer equilibrium will be shown as follows. Marginal utility of commodity A upon price of commodity A is equal to marginal utility of commodity B upon price of commodity B, which is again equal to marginal utility of commodity C upon price of commodity C. All this marginal utility and ratio of marginal utility and price of commodities A, B and C is equal to marginal utility of M. Marginal utility of M means marginal utility of money spent by the consumer. Okay, so in the above given diagram, the marginal utility derived from commodities A, commodity B and commodity C are given, and the price of commodity A is ₹2, price of commodity B is ₹3 and price of commodity C is ₹4. Okay, so let us suppose that an individual or a consumer has limited income of ₹25. So the person has only income limited to ₹25. So how will the consumer spend that income? The consumer will equate marginal utility of money spent by him on various commodities like commodity A, B and C with the price. So he will achieve the equilibrium between marginal utility of commodity A, commodity B and commodity C with the price of commodity A, commodity B and commodity C. In this case, a rational consumer, a person or a consumer who is rational, means he is not insane, who is not of unsound mind, he will spend his income in such a way, like he will purchase 4 units of commodity A. So units of commodity A 1, 2, 3, 4. He will purchase 4 units of commodity A. Okay, where marginal utility is rupees 12 and ratio of marginal utility upon price is 12 upon 2 is equal to 6. Then second, 3 units of commodity B. So commodity B, he will spend 3 units where marginal utility of B is 18 and price of commodity B is 3. So 18 divided by 3 comes to 6. And 2 units of commodity C. So commodity C, number of units 2. So marginal utility of second unit of commodity C is 24 and price of that commodity C is rupees 4. So 24 divided by 4 is again 6. Okay, so he will spend his income in such a way where he achieves the equilibrium, where he gets the total of 666 and where price of the goods and marginal utility derived is equal in equilibrium. Okay, so here we'll understand this with the help of schedule. Commodity is given and the table 2.4, commodity is given, units are given, price is given and amount spent by the consumer is given, unit into multiplied by price. So commodity A, units 4, he will consume 4 units of commodity A where price of commodity A is 2. So 4 multiplied by 2. So income spent, amount of income spent by the consumer on commodity A is 4 units multiplied by price, that is 4 multiplied by 2 comes to rupees 8 of commodity A. Similarly, commodity B, if the units consumed by him are 3 and price here of one commodity of B is 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 comes to rupees 9. So 9 is the amount spent by the consumer on commodity B. Okay, commodity C, here units are consumed are 2, price of commodity is 4, so 4 to the 8. So if we make the total of all the 3 columns, so 8 plus 9 plus 8 comes to rupees 25. This is the maximum limit which the consumer can spend and he can achieve with equilibrium in such a combination of commodity A, B, C, where he can spend 8 rupees, 9 rupees and 8 rupees, and units he can consume are 4 of commodity A, 3 of commodity B and 2 of commodity C. Okay, so according to the law, consumer will achieve equilibrium where marginal utility of commodity A is equal upon ratio of marginal utility of commodity A upon price of A is equal to ratio of marginal utility of commodity B upon price of commodity B is again equal to ratio of marginal utility of commodity C upon price of C. Yes, all these are again equal to marginal utility of U. Okay, so in this case, marginal utility of commodity A in the below schedule or last schedule was rupees 12. Marginal utility of commodity B is rupees 18 and marginal utility of commodity C is rupees 24. Price of commodity of A is rupees 2. Price of commodity of B is rupees 3 and price of commodity of C is rupees 4. So if we divide them, the consumer will achieve equilibrium, that is 6 equal to 6 is equal to 6. Okay, so this combination where he gets the marginal utility of 666 of commodity A, B and C and price spent by him is rupees 8, 9 and 8, total equal to 25 is the best combination for the consumer. Okay, so total utility derived. Now we will come to total utility. So while consideration of total utility, we will only consider the total utility unless the consumer achieves equilibrium. So here in case of commodity A, consumer achieves equilibrium at 4 commodity. So we will make the total of first 4 columns. Marginal utility of first 4 units, that is 24 plus 20 plus 16 plus 12. It comes to 72. Why this? Because consumer achieves equilibrium at of commodity A at 4th unit. Okay, so we'll consider only up to 4 unit. Consumer will achieve marginal equilibrium of commodity B at commodities 3. So up to commodity 3 we will calculate marginal utility of B, that is of first 3 units. 30, 24 plus 18. Again it comes to 72. Consumer will achieve equilibrium of commodity C where the commodity when he consumes 2 units of commodity. So we will consider only first 2 units of commodity for total utility, for calculating total utility. So 32 plus 24 comes to 56. So in this way total utility of 3 units are calculated. So if we add this total utility of 3 units, that is 72 plus 72 plus 56 comes to 50 units. Okay. Thus, a consumer obtains maximum total utility from the various commodity which is limited to income, which is limited to his income, that is rupees 25. No other combination of commodities A, B and C can give him more than 200 units of total utility. Hence, this combination is done by the consumer. I hope the video is clear. Okay, here ends our unit 2. That's it for today. Thank you. We'll come up with more interesting videos shortly. Till then, thank you. Bye.